back to Book Till Friday podcast. Have you guys seen Fallout?
I've seen the first
I've
episode.
seen snippets of it.
I've seen the first episode only so far. I know Michael saw the whole thing.
All right, so we got to discuss the first episode.
The first
Michael.
episode only.
Yeah, go for it. I heard
It's so good.
It's pretty good.
So good. So good.
It's so good.
So
I think we're all in unanimous. It's a unanimous Broke Till Friday decision. Fallout
I
is
don't
good.
even like the Fallout games, and I watched and I was like, it's pretty good.
You don't like the
Yeah,
Fallout?
see, that's
I've-
great.
I've never even played the Fallout games. I just kind of know some of the
I
lore.
played New Vegas. That's
But-
it. And
you played the best one.
And I've never
honestly.
finished it. I played a little bit of it, and then I returned it for fucking Bloodborne.
You played the best Fallout game.
You
TBH.
played the best card.
Hey,
So
Roxas, you can't play Magic. You don't have any hands.
he got
got
paused. So the first episode, very good. Spoiler alert, obviously, right? Fallout episode 1 starts with
I like your
learning a little bit about the vault dwellers and how they're like got their own little society and they think they're gonna trade with the neighboring society. But I was honestly pretty sus about them because I was like, why they got scars? And the lady was really tan. I was like, she seems a little too tan for being a vault dweller. And then when she did like the radioactivity thing and she was like, you're from the surface, and then it's like, well, no shit, lady,
the
come on.
fucking what's her name, Lucy? She's got some fucking huge eyes. I don't know if you guys noticed how big her fucking eyes are. They're like anime eyes, dude. I wonder if she has that one disease where your eyes pop out. I forget what it's called.
I don't know,
Mm.
but yeah, I mean,
So one thing I noticed a lot is like, dude, your eyes are too huge.
It
It's
fits
like-
the vibe though.
It does. It
It's
does.
funny.
And I like
Just like
and
cast perfectly.
And I like that they casted one of my favorite actors, dude.
Matthew Berry as the machines,
No, Walton Gaggins.
Walton Goggins.
Gaggins. That guy's great. I like that he does a lot of Western shit. If you notice, he was in Django,
Yeah.
and he was in Hateful Eight.
And he also
and-
voices Cecil in
Yeah,
Invincible.
I actually didn't know that until
Oh.
recently.
Did you finish Invincible at least? We can talk about
I did.
that.
I
Is there
finished-
another
I
episode
finished it
after
too.
like he fucks up?
Oh, never mind. We talked about it then. We,
Yeah.
we fucked up Angstrom Levy. Never mind. We talked about it.
Oh, that's the season finale. I can't believe that's. The
I
season finale.
know.
I legit
you were
thought that was just
stronger.
like a middle pause break. TBH.
I had to spoil when in
Dude, I'm
Facebook
so far
reels.
ahead in the comics that it's like, dude, there's so much in the beginning. And it's like,
I've reread the
Yeah.
comics
Yeah.
already. They're about 1/3 of the way through the story, though. There's only 4 more seasons left.
They
'Cause-
still got time left.
But yeah, when they finish, like he was saying, they're basically planning for 5 or 6 seasons, and he said season 3 is going to feel like every episode is going to feel like a season finale. He said, but I mean, there's a lot of stuff that goes on during the mid game. So the mid game of Invincible.
Yeah, this one in the third season is when they're gonna get into the. Wait, where are you in the comics?
you're far ahead,
I
but-
was in
Come on,
where
watch this. I
Thrax
kind of forgot.
was
You don't-
fighting against Alan the alien.
Mm.
Yeah, with Invincible.
Hmm.
I forgot up till there, up to that moment, and then I stopped reading.
He can't read no more.
Can't read.
Forgot how to read.
Conveniently, but okay. Well, back
I mean,
to
not
Fallout.
Thrax, Thrag.
Thrag.
What the fuck?
I was
am
like,
talking
who's Thrax? Who's Thrax?
Thrax the Destroyer, obviously. So, back to Fallout, right? It was pretty good. The first episode where she's like, the people die in there, and then it's like it kind of feels like business as usual when they're just carrying out the dead bodies and stuff. And it's like, wow, I wonder how many other times raiders have, come in, or maybe that's just their process because they're like, well, we got to follow the process now that we kind of know what's.
Well, it's happened before, right? Because at the end of the episode 1, the old lady, one of like the people that were on the panel, was like, "That's just we've never done that." So implying that that this something like this has happened before.
No, I don't think it's happened before. Because if it happened before, they'd be way more paranoid. Because remember when after the attack, she was like, "Oh, we got to seal the doors forever," implying that they'd only ever communicated with the vault next door. So
And I want to talk about everything because I already know everything. You guys are just talking about. This.
I know the first.
So
We only
yeah,
had
yeah.
time. We only had time for the first episode. I gotta catch
We could
up.
talk about the lore.
Yeah, a
There's
lot
there's
of lore.
a lot of lore.
There's a lot of lore.
Because Fallout in general has a lot. It could have been. It has a lot of lore it could start with.
Mhm.
Right, each vault has its own story.
Mhm.
Each
Well-
vault has its own experiment. It could have been a perspective of a different protagonist. Every time.
I mean, technically, there are different
That's the
protagonists.
point.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
point of Fallout. The fact none of the games follow the same person. Not really. They follow individual people exiting from the vaults.
And it is from what I heard from my brother, is a different timeline, right? Because it's not so many years after the bombings. It's just a few
No, it
No,
is.
it's
It's
the
like
same
200
timeline.
something years. Yeah.
200 years. Yeah, but
Yeah.
in other Fallout games is like thousands, no?
No, it's
No?
supposed. It happens around the same time as New Vegas, I think.
Yeah.
If
Really?
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But then 4 happened way less.
Way 4 was a prequel technically.
4 was a prequel.
No, wait, sorry, 76 was the prequel. 4 comes
76.
after.
After 3, because he's been cryovac for.
It comes after New Vegas, I think.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, never mind then. Maybe I was thinking of something else.
Yeah.
Because right now, because from my brother's interested because of all his political talk, right, about communism and how fucked up big corporate was, because they're talking about Voltec.
That's capitalism. That's not communism.
Yeah, that's capitalism.
No, both. They're talking about both. I'm not saying that they're only.
Well, Fallout's main criticism is with capitalism. Every single
No,
company that
that's-
appears in
That's what I'm
Fallout is
saying.
evil.
That's what I'm saying. Because in one of the
That
episodes,
survived.
Yeah.
well, no, not to spoil, but one of the episodes, it's not really a spoiler, but one of the episodes they're talking about how Voltec is evil, right? And in capitalism or whatever, right?
Mhm.
And then they start speaking about communism, like it's a thing to better the world. Whatever they
Well,
talk
because
about.
technically the people in the vaults are under communism because it's like, well, they're all working
They work
together.
Not in
Yeah,
this vault. This vault is explicitly authoritarian in the show.
Do you think?
Why?
It touches a lot more in like the games, but the vaults that have like a society tend to devolve towards dictatorships because the overseer has the ultimate control because they were set up as essentially extensions of Vaultec as a corporation.
Mm-hmm.
So they appointed a manager, like
okay.
Of
it's
the overseer.
essentially just
No,
the king.
But it depends on the vote. Yes and no, because it depends on the vote.
It depends on the vault.
'Cause
Like the
there's-
worst one is probably. Well, I don't know about the worst one, but one of the really rough ones is Vault 68, I think, if I remember correctly. I get sometimes the fandom lore and like the actual lore confused. I'm not gonna lie.
Vault 69.
Well, Vault 69 is a game. That's
the
different.
XXX parody.
The Vault 68
Everyone's
is like
fucking in there, dude.
like 89 men and 1 girl in there.
Jesus.
Yeah,
And then
Damn.
and then
like
vice
the
versa.
Vaultec
And
is
then vice versa.
explicitly like
And then
evil.
vice versa.
Yeah,
Vice versa. 89 women and 1 man.
Yeah, I think that
Michael's like, hell yeah.
I think that one thrived.
It's a
No,
horror
'cause
movie.
I don't
remember-
think so. You die out.
Yeah, because remember how they were like, oh, we can't breed with cousins, blah, blah, blah. Sure, sexual fun is fine and all, but, it's not sustainable. And then the cousin's like, I know. And it's because he's like, I love you. And he's like, I know you do, like, but we're cousins. You can't do that. And he's like, oh, fine.
I was gonna say that's another example of how like in the show the Vault is also explicitly authoritarian. They show a lot of like conservative like values or a lot of like.
But later on,
Banging your cousin's a conservative value?
to an extent, I do think so.
That's
Yeah.
so fucking
Don't
funny.
forget the towards the end that lady's explicitly like, no, we must keep the vault pure, like,
Oh.
like,
she turns stupid.
yeah,
Like
like.
people get conservative. That's
Unironically, the
disagreeing.
belief that you need to maintain purity of some kind is a conservative belief, and
But
that
they-
tends to devolve into how do you call it? Into incest.
I see-
They were
I see.
trying to
Keeping it
get
in
out of
family,
the
dude.
gene pool of their vault because everyone was already related to each other, and they've implied that they've done trades like that before. Remember when the
Oh,
overseer,
with
her
the
dad-
neighborhood vault.
yeah, with the neighboring vault. So they say like, how'd you meet mom and blah blah blah, and it's like, well, it's the same way you did, and everyone is sharing that wedding dress, apparently.
But then,
so they mark.
but
down
here's
their
the
name
thing:
on
isn't
because
it
they
like
trade.
so? Let's say like they trade people with the vault, right?
Mhm.
Then those people have kids. Then when they trade again, aren't they once again like
Yeah, the gene
going
pool
back?
stays similar.
It still goes in a circle, right?
I
After a
forget
while,
how.
Yeah.
it goes back.
You,
Yeah,
you
I was
need a
just saying.
minimum of like there's some number that you need
It's
a
like
minimum.
53 people. That's
No, it's a
It's-
lot more than that.
Oh, let me see.
53 people, I think, is like if you
The
like
how many
absolute bare
people do you
minimum
need
to
so you don't
restart
fuck
humanity.
each other?
not just
cousin?
that, but you need it's like you need to keep specific track. Like there can be absolutely no doubles, and you need to like you can't get married. You
How
can't
many
have
people
marriages
do you
like they
need
have
in a
in the
society so you
show.
don't go full
You have
redneck?
to like okay, this person breeds with this person, then this
That's what
person
you
breeds
should
with
do.
this other person. Like you have to like directly
50
control who.
50 people, 1% inbreeding rate per generation. But to maintain genetic diversity, a population of 500 is best for the long term.
Mm-hmm. 500 is I think the one where you're able to marry, you're able to like have freedom in who you can be with. With 53, you have to like there can be no you effectively have to be in like a polyamorous relationship because you can't effectively spread out the gene pool just by staying together
From
with
the
one
tree,
person.
part of the tree. From the tree, part of the tree.
Humanity almost went extinct a couple thousand years ago. There was a bottleneck where there was only about 15,000 humans left alive. back in the before the Ice Age. So
So
Crazy.
we're all brothers.
We're all brothers here.
we're all
We're all
brothers here.
brothers
Eat the milk and the
Where's the milk? Where's the community milk jug?
honestly, but so back to Fallout, right?
There's so much stuff.
There-
Okay, it says you guys know about the Brotherhood of Steel, right?
Yeah,
I don't.
they're like the main.
I don't know
face
the
of,
game.
Like,
I just know
Fallout.
they're fascists. Like the fascist
They become authoritarian.
gatekeepers, but that's about it.
They're kind of religious too. They're like
Yeah, yeah.
They're
priesty.
religious authoritarianism.
Authoritarian, yeah.
Authoritarian.
A lot of the things
They
are
don't
like
have
different
sex.
versions of authoritarian, like House
don't?
in
They don't
Fallout
have
New
sex.
Vegas.
The how do they? Oh, dude, that's why they always rely
They
on recruiting.
conscript. They conscript and they take people in, and they also have like they have like these. Like they do have like kids, but like they essentially like adopt orphans and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and put them through like
Oh, so the U.S. Army.
Literally,
Yeah.
why do we recruit you into the Brotherhood of Steel and then to hurt people that hurt me and whatnot? So
Are you poor? Do
they're
you
also
live in?
kind
a-
of racist.
Yeah, well,
kinda.
I mean, they are.
They're really racist against anyone who's not human, and in particular anyone who's like robotic life.
See, that's real racism too, because they literally.
I'm pretty sure
don't hate-
all racists.
No, I was like, that's real racism because they don't like them because of their race, because they're different than the human race, right? Because it's like, there's only one race, the human race, and then people go, but
Yeah,
black
right.
people.
Yeah, in Fallout 4, they really discriminate
Ghouls.
against ghouls and synth.
Since, yeah. Since was the main thing.
Synth was a huge thing.
What's
Yeah.
a synth?
It's like a robotic human, basically.
Oh, that's cool. I want to be a
Android.
But
synth.
it's advanced.
No, you
it's
don't.
advanced. It's
Yes,
like
I do.
advanced AI.
I've been
Yeah.
told you I want to. If I can trade everything except for my brain and my face and my cock, I would. I would
Very
get.
important.
Why not? Why not just get a better
Actually,
cock?
but yeah, actually, know what?
Yeah.
I'll probably get a better cock too. Okay, just my face and my brain. I'll switch everything else out. I would get bionic everything.
He's
dude.
gonna RoboCop.
You know
this.
that did.
Yeah,
They did that.
unironically though, yeah.
They did that in
Low-key.
Fallout. But in Fallout 4, in one of the DLCs, a bunch of wealthy millionaires or billionaires came all together and they're like, "We should live forever." And they transplant their brains into machinery.
That's what Musk is trying to do right now, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll
Like
do
He's fucking killing 1 billion monkeys to do it.
But they're
No, technically, he never actually killed the monkeys. It just is they went insane and so had to be put to sleep. you know,
oh
technically.
yeah. Let
So
me
they
drive you
technically didn't
insane and
kill
put you
them.
to sleep. I'm
No,
not killing you.
It's crazy. The
Legally, it's not
rationalization.
murder.
If you're already insane, you can't get insane. It cancels out, dude.
Just like in Bird Box.
Yeah.
I remember. You guys remember that Bird Box, the dog shit movie?
I
where
never
it was like,
watched
you
Bird
can't
Box.
see? Well, so
Everyone forgot about it. That's why.
if you looked at the alien or whatever, you just wanted to kill yourself, right?
But if you're blind,
If you were blind, you were fine. But also, if you were crazy, you just became crazier. And it was like schizophrenic people would look at it and be like, "Oh my god, this thing is God."
this ain't shit to me.
Yeah, and they would open up other people's eyes.
I'm already crazy.
How does that work though? Like, like seeing them release extra crazy chemicals in your brain, or what the fuck?
Basically, I don't know. They don't explain it.
So like,
Maybe-
if you're
maybe
already,
a lot of
like,
it's
are you
vague.
desensitized? because
Maybe
you already have
maybe
crazy
whatever.
chemicals in
Maybe
your
the
brain?
visual what you're seeing visually is like so overwhelming to your like
yeah,
your brain.
it
Maybe you
drives
just go
you
crazy. Yeah, maybe something like that.
But also,
Yeah, but
it looked like it was infecting
Crazy is like a
people.
chemical process in the brain. Like,
Because you see their eyes doing like a different color and stuff like that, so
Yeah.
it looks like the thing's infecting them.
Well, like
but
there's called I forget what it's called where it's like you can trip yourself out by looking at something, right, over and over again, like some kind of like hallucinogenic visuals, and then you can kind of trip out by doing that. I forget what it's called. So I'm assuming if it's something like that to a higher extent, to a stronger level, you could probably go crazy, you know, especially if it's
Is
like an
there-
alien or something.
can you just go crazy just by looking at something? I mean, if you're hallucinating,
If
that's
you try
different.
for the
really
sake
hard
of the
to-
arguments of this
Yeah.
movie,
Not with
yes.
that attitude. With a better attitude, yes.
Yeah, take
Like if you
some
take
shrooms.
LSD and you start seeing fucking zombies invading,
nightmare. Yeah,
like yeah, of course you're gonna go crazy.
I think you
but
can easily go.
Try being in a
crazy.
room with like nothing but like crazy effects, like at every wall,
No.
all the day, 24/7.
Try
You
being in a
don't think
room
you'll-
that's just white padding, and then you'll go crazy.
oh no, the world's most quietest room where you can hear your blood flowing through
I
your
don't like
veins.
that. I don't like that.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
like
you can do that in
I don't like that.
those
faint.
tanks.
I'll faint
too. I'll faint too.
I don't like
Oh,
that.
the submersion tanks.
The isolation tanks.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think about like how the fact that our hearts are always beating, and then if I think about it for too long, I don't
You
like
start
it.
hearing it.
No, I just don't like it.
Don't-
It's
don't
like
stop, Michael.
You are now manually breathing.
Drink about that Coke or whatever that.
It's Pepsi. It's Pepsi.
Is Pepsi okay? No, it's not.
Pepsi's better than Coke.
Is Monopoly money okay?
Well, that's a
You
good
whore?
debate.
And then-
That's a good debate.
Pepsi's better than Coke.
I don't know if it's a better debate. It's all cola at the end of the day. I mean, what's the difference?
Oh, it's all cola.
It's all
I
sugar.
I drink fucking Great Value Coca-Cola, and it's the same as regular Coca-Cola.
exactly
the
the
same.
No, it's fucking not,
It's exactly
dude.
the same.
No, it's fucking
That's
not.
It's the same.
It's not.
No, I'm kidding. Dude,
Pepsi does
Mexican
not
Coke
taste
is
the same
superior.
as Coke.
Reportedly, people can only stay in that room for 45 minutes.
Which one?
in the world's quietest room.
Hell no, dude.
What if you
I
beat the
feel like I
world
could actually go
record?
to sleep there. You know.
Fuck,
I
no,
don't-
you're
I-
fucking
no, 'cause it starts
crazy,
becoming loud
dude.
because you start hearing your blood flowing. You start hearing your
I would
heartbeat.
like that. I would
Go
like
to
that.
you know
I
what?
don't-
As a
I don't
tester,
know.
as like a test
Wow,
for
we'll
that
do
room,
Waterboy
you should
out
do
with
it.
Michael, and then we can do
Throw
the-
me in the quiet
No,
room.
no,
Yeah.
throw him in those
Quiet room.
in
Isolation tank.
those isolation tanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep you in there for like fucking 2 hours to see if you'll make it, dude.
Yeah.
I
I
the
feel that's
isolation
scary.
tanks. I don't think they're that difficult.
Would you
to get
die?
through.
Wait, so then is it
TBH.
possible to die from shock then?
Yeah, you
No.
could die from shock.
I feel like
But not in
you'll have a
those
heart
seconds.
attack.
Yeah,
you'll have
yeah.
a cart like probably a heart attack because of how scared you are.
I feel like you
have
just
a panic
faint.
attack.
I
No,
feel like you
dude.
just faint, and then
Maybe.
'cause we
Legit?
fainted
Because like, okay,
before.
have you guys ever used like the noise canceling feature on your headphones? You have both of them in, and you're
It
trying
goes-
to
it
work
goes,
out.
Ooh la la, Mr.
You go, like-
Rockefeller with like, noise canceling headphones.
You have them
Ooh.
too.
I don't have noise canceling.
Yeah, you do.
headphones. No, I don't.
What do you use for gaming then?
Most
In-
wireless
I-
earbuds
I-
come with
Yeah.
noise canceling stuff built in already.
The-
Actually-
the noise cancellation sucks on the
Yeah,
Samsung.
a good one. A good
But-
one is $300.
Yeah, I like a Bose over ears. What I'm
There's
thinking
no
of,
way a
but I
good
don't
one's
have-
$300. The Apple ones are pretty good, and those are like 100 something.
The regular wireless ones.
So if I
the
go, like,
regular wireless
Dude,
ones.
the first
Next to
gen
your ear,
Apple
would you do
Pros
that?
are superior. The ones that actually does.
I don't know which one they are. All I know is the one that you charge with the USB-C, dude. I don't know Apple like that.
Yeah. Oh no.
Bose.
That's
Bose.
that's the second generation.
I put those
$500
in.
Bose.
I start hearing I start hearing and feeling my heartbeat,
Nope.
and I start feeling
Nope.
my like hearing my blade.
Nope.
Edward, you could
blood.
barely hear us call you.
Like, ah.
You could
Barely
us
here
call.
now.
Nope, nope,
Ah,
nope.
dude, I
Not for me.
legit can't wear both of those earbuds because I start fucking like having like
No.
I start hearing my breathing. I start
No, thank
feeling
you.
my
No, but
chest.
it's good though.
I
That's good
can't-
practice though. That's
I
good
can't
practice.
do it.
real.
I
That's
can't
not
do it.
Don't get too
It is.
distracted.
That's not real.
Okay,
I don't
Dick, you're gonna
believe
tell
it.
me I'm not feeling what I'm
No,
feeling?
no,
You're
no.
hallucinating, dude.
Yeah, Edward, stop doing
hallucinating.
gaslight,
All
gaslight,
right.
gaslight,
Gaslight.
gaslight. It's not real.
Like,
If it
dude,
didn't-
I legit can't.
if it
like, I'll try to
personally
work
didn't
out with
happen
them,
to
and I
me, it's
can't.
not
I
real.
can't.
People have not been to space, okay?
Yeah.
No one's been on the moon.
No.
okay?
Yeah,
It's fake.
the moon is fake.
Until the average person could
It's
go.
like
up.
it's like only like what 600 people in like all over the world have been into space. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Humans are not meant to be in space though. To be honest.
because you're the effects of
Yeah,
gravity.
God,
Yeah.
No, legit.
every human that's
God's
come back
like you're
from-
trying to escape. Fuck
Yeah,
no.
every human that came back from space has like some fucked up.
no
thing.
humans came back from space. They're all changelings. That's my
Exactly.
conspiracy theory.
Exactly.
People have been to the moon, but no one's been back. They've been taken by the outer gods, and they've been replaced.
They've never even went to the moon, dude. Never went outside the
No, they've
atmosphere.
been replaced, man.
I want
They
to hear
went
you say
there.
that to
They've just
Buzz
been
Aldrin,
replaced.
man.
Buzz Aldrin?
Yeah, he dead.
Oh, he's dead.
No,
So
I
is
think he's still
OJ.
alive. Oh, OJ just died.
OJ died.
OJ's dead. The little crab dance.
Finally.
He didn't do it, dude.
I like how you couldn't even take yourself seriously. You started laughing immediately too.
Fucking starts dying.
OJ fucking. Hey, now we can test to see if the gloves fit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Nah, he's already bloated corpse. Rest in piss.
No, just wait till that fades.
But then
Rest
he's gonna be
in
too
piss.
skinny for the gloves. He's gonna be bones.
Do you guys know his full name?
no.
Orange juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simpson.
Orange Julius Simpson.
Didn't he fucking
Did you
one
see
time
this?
say he's not black, he's OJ?
Yes, I saw. Did I send that? I swear I sent that this morning, or I saw
He's
that
not
on Reddit
black.
this
He's
morning.
orange juice.
But he
Yeah.
said that some lady was at the table with him, and she went, "Look at all those N words over there. Gosh!" And then the interviewer is like, "Well, didn't that feel bad?" And he says to the interviewer, "He's like, no, because now I saw she didn't see me as black. She saw me as OJ." And it's like, that's fucking
What?
terrible. He's like a self-hating black guy. He's Uncle Ruckus
an
over
Uncle
here.
No,
Tom.
dude, I swear. You know how we always
Honestly.
make fun of like Mexicans that make over $50,000 a year,
You're
and they
Republican?
it's fucking every minority, dude. Like it's every minority is like
Yes.
majority.
Yes.
Every minority.
To like an extent, they're socially conservative to an extent. Like
Asians too.
yeah, and so like once they start making money, they're like, oh yeah, I'm not like everyone else.
Asians are not a minority, dude. They're like 3 billion people out of the planet. Okay.
Oh my god.
They're a minority in the U.S.
In the U.S., you know.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember in ARC when we were at that one school where like a bunch of people came, and we got a lot of new people. And there's one guy in particular was, one from Korea, South Korea. He's
Well, I would hope not.
North Korea.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was like he's still new to America because he's like and she's working abroad, whatever is this called.
Studying abroad.
Well, no, he's working. He has a permit to work.
Oh, look at him.
Yeah, he's like an intern. So he worked with us, and he's like, "Hey, I've been watching the news lately, and Is your president really like that? I think it was because Trump was still in.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
he was still in.
Or
power.
no, never mind. No, January 6th just happened. I think.
Oh my god.
no, no.
How do
no.
how
Well,
do
That shit was so surreal, dude. I was like in the doctor's office in line when I was watching like that shit unfold on
storming
TV.
the
I was
Capitol,
like,
how
But
do
like, that actually
Mexicans
happened.
like so quickly fall into like I believe in Trump?
It stems
Like, I
from
don't know.
Reagan.
It does stem from Reagan.
It's all Reagan's fault because he gave people amnesty, right? But I mean, yeah, it's a good thing, right?
Certain
but-
Cubans amnesty.
Yeah.
In particular, the rich, wealthy Cubans that
Ronald
could be
Reagan, right?
taken in here.
But because if you like badmouth Reagan, everyone's like, all the Mexicans go, no, he gave me amnesty back in the day, and so it's good for me. But other people shouldn't be allowed in my country, you know? It's
Yeah.
It's like no,
They're
go
hypocrites.
home to your country, and it's like, come on, man.
It's also because a lot of minorities they lean socially conservative. Like in their countries, they would be conservatives. The only reason
Mexicans are
that they're
conservatives,
they're not conservatives here is because the Republicans are so fucking racist that they ostracize them. That's the
We
only
noticed.
reason they're not
Yeah.
more Republican.
Or they'll join them. They'll just be like, I'm white now too. I'm racist too.
Some, but they would have such a bigger base if it wasn't for the fact that they were so racist. Unironically, a lot of minorities just lean
People with
socially
conservative
towards
values.
conservatism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because religion and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're
Yeah.
like, I don't want to abhor unwed women
Yeah.
or whores and whatnot. So-
Whitewashing in Mexico.
And they're like, oh, empurece la raza.
Yeah.
Or,
It's
la
like,
raza pura or some
jeez.
shit. It's like, holy shit. Like, go marry a white girl so you can keep the race pure. And it's like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is wrong with people? Like, people unironically still say this, right? In 2024. Mexicans be saying that all the time. And then Mexicans are racist to other Mexicans where it's like, oh, you know, the white politicians, but like white Mexican politicians, right? White Mexican politicians will be super racist to like dark people. And they'll be like, oh, yeah, like these morenillos and things like
Mhm.
that. And it's like, bruh, like, it's Mexico. Like, but you come over here and start talking like that, and then our racists will throw you out. You know, like, that's how bad it is over here. Not to excuse
You're
their
not
behavior,
our
but-
level of white.
Yeah.
You're not our level of racist. We're professional ranked racism. We're not casual.
We're
racism.
D1 racists.
Exactly. Division 1 racism right here.
We're white with a hint of
No,
red.
that's Spaniards. That's the Europeans.
Oh,
They're D1
Spanish people-
racists.
Spanish people. Oh, dude. It's like Europeans when they're like, Americans are racist. Europeans when you mention a gypsy.
Yeah.
They're like, they turn into fucking Hitler.
They-
Fucking literally
We-
turned into Hitler.
Didn't we notice something like in Disneyland? Like they were like talking shit about
Gypsies?
no the Spaniards. They're
I
like
don't know.
speaking racist about like the Mexicans in America, and they're like we're right next to you, like we're waiting in line. We're waiting in the same line as them. Yeah, it was in
I don't remember.
Disneyland. We're like waiting in the same line.
Spaniards were talking shit about Mexicans.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, they do. The Spaniards hate
Spaniards-
fucking
Is
Mexicans.
that the right
dude.
way to say it?
Spaniards
Spanish? The
despise
Spanish, right?
The
Mexicans,
Spanish,
dude. In
yes.
general, not all Spaniards, but
no.
you know, hashtag not all Spaniards, but like in general, Spaniards fucking hate Mexicans. They think we stole their language.
I mean,
Which is funny 'cause
but
they-
it's not really stolen. It's
they
more like
imposed
forced
it.
upon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but they
their
think we
ancestors.
bastardized and dirtied their language.
I mean,
And
yeah,
we took
but
it.
Oh,
like,
si estoy hablando así, ¿qué onda?
Yeah. And then they speak like tartamudos. Like,
but they're like,
And do you know why they talk like that? Because one of their kings had a lisp, dude. That's so fucking crazy.
if we sound like him, we are like him.
Exactly. Because of one guy having a fucking lisp, all of Spanish people talk like deaf people now, dude.
society on authoritarianism.
And then
Crazy.
and then the Portuguese had to go and colonize Brazil, and they were in a huge fight with the Spanish. And then they actually, that's why Brazil, they speak Portuguese there, because the Spanish conceded that part of South America to them, so it wouldn't be like a bigger war. So
Nowhere else in the world do they speak Portuguese except
Portugal and Brazil, is it?
it's like
That's
a
it.
French Spanish.
No, isn't there like
They're
There's no other place that speaks Portuguese.
no, but Portuguese has influenced other languages, right?
it's
I
like
mean,
a
it's all
French
Latin.
Spanish.
It's all Latin.
It sounds like
Well,
a
it's all
French
Latin
Spanish.
derivative, but like
That's what I'm saying.
English, like it also derives a bunch of shit from Latin. You know, that doesn't mean
No,
it
that's
sounds
what I'm
German.
saying.
similar.
Yeah, it's all Latin. But Portuguese didn't inspire another language. Portuguese is Portuguese.
Portuguese.
It's disgusting.
Portuguese.
Un Gaston Ducret. Oh God, it was the worst.
French.
fucking-
It sounds
French
like
and
a French and
Spanish.
Spanish. That's
It
it.
is.
Like
No. It's
It's
worse.
French and Spanish. French sounds,
It's
French sounds
way
very
too
similar to
worse.
Portuguese.
No, French because French is like ooh la la, je m'appelle.
Ooh,
right?
baguette.
Lafayette.
Oh, baguette,
Je
right?
m'appelle Lafayette
All
with
you
the
said was
revolutionary French.
All you said was ha 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 bread. But Portugal, like Portuguese is way worse. Portuguese is way worse.
They sound very similar, TBH.
They don't sound very similar.
They sound similar to me.
They sound good. They sound good enough similar. It sounds like
Yeah.
it sounds Cajun.
It's
you really
like
listen to it.
it's like a cosmic crisp apple and a Granny Smith. Are they different? Can you tell they're different? Yes.
Yes.
But are they both apples at the end of the day? Yes.
That's like saying, oh, they're both languages at the end of the day. No, that's not how that works. Look, let me see.
Well, no, that'd be like if I said they're
Portuguese
both
language.
fruit. That'd be like saying if I said they're both fruit.
Let me see
at
if
the
I
end of the
can,
day.
Portuguese versus Spanish. Stupid. I just
What
want
sounds better?
top 3 hardest languages to learn. Speak.
All right, you bring up Portuguese, I'll bring up French.
Eu quero comprar colar de pérolas.
Colar de pérolas?
Right.
What is that? What is she saying? Compared
She's-
to what?
I want to buy a pearl necklace.
Oh, collage de pérolas. See, that sounds...
Buy a pearl necklace.
It's awful, dude.
Play it into the mic.
I did, but it's awful.
Dans ce nouvel épisode.
Who's that?
Aujourd'hui,
French.
nous allons avoir une conversation.
It sounds
to me,
similar.
to me, that is softer on my ears than Portuguese. Dude, 'cause
No
Portuguese is
way.
like
They
it's like
sound so similar.
it's all the
They sound
guttural
very
like
similar.
ooh, do, ow, ow, oh. That's
Now,
Portuguese, dude.
My exact
French
We
is
just listened to it French.
French is
Whoa.
je m'appelle.
Yeah,
It's
Just
like
because they don't end their like the ending of their words as harshly. Like it's the exact
Exactly.
same thing.
No, no, no.
No, but my
Like,
my
close.
boss. Okay, my boss is French. My boss is French, like hardcore French.
Mhm.
Like he cannot hide his accent.
He is smoking a cigarette.
and he starts cussing you
No,
out. He's
but-
telling you all the
but he's
racial
like-
slurs that you're going to.
He knows Spanish because all his workers are
His last name is
Metsi-
Mussolini.
all his
That's
workers
Italy,
are
by the way.
Same thing.
is
No.
Mexican. So he's like, we're like, yeah, our boss knows Spanish because my coworkers don't speak English, so all he could do is communicate in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're talking to him, he's like, yeah, I know Spanish, but it's because it's not that he's like, it's not that hard or different from like French. That's what he says.
Yeah, French, Italian, and Spanish are so close and
Yeah.
similar to each other.
The language of love,
Easy to
dude.
learn. Exactly.
It's,
That's
it's,
what it
it's
is.
Spanish, French, Italian,
The romantic languages.
Yeah.
yeah. I forget what the fuck other
That's it?
was. Yeah. Something else. There's something
French,
else in
French, Spanish, Italian. No, that's pretty much because Portuguese is is not a love language. It's like a fucking. I
Oh,
don't even know.
you don't like Portuguese. I think it sounds similar to French.
It's not.
It does.
It sounds like it's like a deaf person speaking Spanish with a mouthful of peanut butter, dude.
That's just French.
no, it's not.
Edward,
It
you-
sounds so
learn some
similar.
French.
French is so
It
much
sounds
lighter
so
on the tongue.
so
Edward,
similar.
learn some French.
I'm
I
telling
just
you.
think you guys hate Hispanic. No, I'm just kidding.
Omelette du fromage, right? Versus una
It sounds
pela-
fucking
It sounds similar. It sounds
It's
similar.
like- it's
it
like-
100% sounds so similar.
doesn't.
It does.
Julianne.
It's not 100%.
It does.
It's not 100%.
Well, no shit. They're different languages. Of course, they're not going to sound
Tune.
They
exactly
sound
the
pretty
same.
Well, 'cause
fucking
I'm saying if
similar,
someone-
dude.
if
Like,
someone's
It's like
speaking-
it's like they mix Spanish and French together, and then
Yeah,
you get Portuguese.
legit.
It literally
Legit.
sounds
It does
like
sound
that.
like that. Yeah, it
Nah,
does sound like
It
that.
does not sound like that.
It does sound like that.
I had
yeah.
Portuguese
like think of
coworkers,
it this
they
way.
don't
Think of it
sound
this
like
way. I say similar in that the sense of if someone's speaking Italian, you might think it's Spanish for a second, and then you're like, and as you listen, you're like, oh, okay, wait, they're speaking Italian, right? But because those words are so similar. But with Portuguese, there's a couple of it's a Latin root, right? There's a couple of words that it might be the same thing, but it's still much more difficult for someone in Spanish to speak to someone in Portuguese versus someone in Spanish talking to someone in Italian and whatnot.
Okay,
You get-
If
Never-
someone just
never
knows
mind.
Spanish
I
and someone
disagree
just
with
knows
you.
English, they're gonna have difficulty
I disagree with you,
communicating.
Andres, because I had Portuguese
not matter.
coworkers,
Well,
and I
English
kind
is such a fucked up language. That's not fair to compare.
Like
English is a fucked up language.
they both have Latin roots. That just because people will struggle across any two different languages, and sure, some are more complicated than others.
I'm telling you,
but
Spanish
that
and Italian.
difficulty is going to be there anyways.
Spanish and Italian is like the perfect bridge. It's a perfect bridge. Spanish and Italian because everything's so close. It's like you say el spaghetti. See, it's fucking easy.
No.
dude. Le pizza.
Retarded.
See? Le retrasado.
In that case, fucking Spanish and Tagalog have more in common.
That's not true.
Yeah, because a lot of the
Arabic-
words are just directly the same words.
Arabic has Spanish and words in there too. I think is Arabic.
You mean we have Arabic language in
Yeah.
ours because Arabic is like one of the oldest languages.
Yeah. Well, it's Latin, I guess. Latin.
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
Will Smith is Aladdin.
Yeah. Wait. So I just read on Reddit that the DeSantis, right, that little cunt from
These nuts.
from Florida, right?
Yeah.
So he tried to he's passing a bill where people are limited for filming police office, like police action. right?
Who's living in Florida with all the bullshit that's happening, dude?
White
Like,
people.
They had
Disney World.
massive
Let them-
immigration leaving their
let
their
them
state,
all
dude.
let them keep that piece of
That's-
shit, dude. Honestly,
Just
like,
saw it off. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
there's white people. There's all.
If it wasn't for Disney World, there nobody would live in Florida.
no
That's
one
very
wants
true.
to live in
Nobody
Florida.
would live in Florida.
No one wants
No
to.
Well,
one-
except the retired people because they don't get taxed on their social
Mhm.
security, blah, 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 bullshit.
Dang.
Oh my God, the funniest fucking comment where they're like, if we secede, do we still get social security? I don't think so.
How much is Florida contributing to the federal government right now?
Fuck,
Fucking like
dude.
negative
No, okay.
$30.
No. Let's
a person.
not counting Disney World. How much are they contributing?
Even with
And
Disney
the-
World,
and
it's not a
the-
whole lot because
and
they
the,
revoke
uh,
a lot of their special exemptions.
the museum, or what is it? What was it called? The Space Center. Also,
Yeah, they
right?
have a. I was gonna say.
Oh, okay, yeah, because the Space Center pulls in as many people as the 3 fucking parks in Disney.
yeah,
Nah,
no.
doesn't.
No.
Florida's like one of Florida's main like economic zones is
Is
tourism. It's like people
Miami.
visiting.
Miami,
yeah,
Florida.
Miami.
That whole fucking strip.
fucking
literally,
Disney
it's
World.
literally the Dubai of
all the
of-
liberal areas, basically.
the Dubai of America. Miami, Florida, where all the rich
Yeah.
people go. Literally, that's why they make that. Rick and Morty, that talking cat is like, let's go to Florida because no one asks questions in Florida, and because literally people just go there to get fucked up. During COVID, it was so hard to keep the party animals at home because they're all stupid.
Florida makes up 5.5% of the U.S.'s GDP, and they have about 6.7% of the U.S. population
Out of the 50 states,
out of the 50 states.
that's not bad.
So, no, it's not bad, right? But let's say
But they're all stupid, so it doesn't matter.
California,
It does.
what's the
5%. That's
That's 5% of the
That's
stupid
1/20th.
people.
That's 1/20 of the money could go. That's pretty good. That's a large percentage.
California, what percentage of U.S. economy is California? So the state contributes about 14.2% to the
Yeah.
GDP. That's a fuck ton.
Once
For one
once
state?
once it's reaching over double digits. Yes.
That's a lot. But yeah, Florida doesn't cost anything. Let me see. List of states that cost the U.S. money.
No, it's 35th on that list, so it's pretty far down actually.
Oh, states that rely the most on federal aid. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, the hypocrites.
So
the
let's
hypocrites.
see.
Well, it's good. I mentioned this because it's federal law. You're allowed to film them no matter what because it's on your First Amendment right.
But at the end of the day,
$1
No,
of
but
every
there
$3
are two
Ron
different
DeSantis
courts,
spends is
Michael.
from
There
the
are two
federal
different
government.
courts. There's the state court and then there's federal court. So that's when my question would be like, if you get arrested because a police officer is like, you can't film me, but I think there's a chance to get out of it if you take them to federal court.
but think about like all the places that like all the states or all the states where cops are just they do whatever the fuck they want. And
Yeah.
it's because of how their state is. It's like, oh well, we're fucking Mississippi cops, and we can basically just book you for whatever the fuck we want. Like, how many of those like things actually go to federal court and they fucking end up losing?
Well,
and
it's
getting-
because a lot of common people don't know about like they don't know about how the justice system works. If you get yourself a federal lawyer or you have a federal lawyer at hand, they'll be like, oh, okay, never mind, we shouldn't fuck with this kid. Right? They always go for uneducated minorities and just book them, right? They always harass them, whatever they can do, because they're trying to find a way to get away with it.
Well, that's who they intend to target in the first place.
Exactly,
Like, a lot of cops
exactly.
are just racist. Did you guys see the recent report? I think it came out earlier this year, where it was like a list of known like white supremacist gangs inside of the LA Police Department.
Oh shit! Yeah,
that was a report made earlier this year, and there were like
LAPD
14,
has a
15 different gangs
Did you have
within
Mr.
the
Rojas
police,
in our sister report?
the police
We're in the
forces,
same one.
He showed.
and they can get away with stuff because the
he showed
police
us
union just
the
protects
movie
them.
of Bernie. Is it Bernie, Alabama? No, which one is it?
I didn't see that one. No.
There's a movie where these kids were just trying to drive on their own, and then the KKK showed up with the police department.
Yeah,
And then they got killed or hanged, whatever it was. And then the FBI came to investigate because obviously with the new they enforced the new laws, whatever, or civil rights. No, they really try to keep it as low key as possible because if that incident, Black Klansman,
yeah.
remember?
Where the black guy infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan back
Ku
in like, the
Klux-
80s, I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
So remember how, even though they got him red-handed, like they got him like red-handed. That's the saying, red-handed or
Caught red-handed.
Yeah,
yeah,
the
caught
red-handed.
Cottony Act.
You
He
red-handed.
still wasn't. They weren't. The whole clan wasn't disbanded. The fucking the preacher or the head was still like able to do his shit,
You know what's funny? The clan,
but it
as
was
like
still
a,
investigated.
yeah, the clan as a whole organization was essentially over. Like it was dead for a while. And you know what brought it back to life? MLMs. The clan as a whole just like dissipated. Like it didn't exist for a couple of years. There were no organizations, there were no nothing. They essentially went bankrupt and couldn't do anything for a long time. And then someone was like, "Hey, you know, it'd be very easy to trick racists into giving us money, or just be racist if we just set up a clan under an
Is what
MLM."
Trump's doing.
And then the MLM essentially took off and reignited the clan into like what it is now.
But I feel
That's
like they're
fucking
not. I feel like they just have internal influence and not enough money because they're still selling. They're selling memberships, right? Or they're reaching out for memberships. They're trying to bust a Costco, or something.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't
I
know.
found the post.
I don't know the inner workings of the clan. I apologize.
Apologies for my lack of knowledge on the innermost workings of the clan.
I just know a little bit of their history.
March 7th of this year, gang members hold positions at the highest levels of LA Sheriff's Department. So there's still 6 active gangs in there. At least half a dozen active gangs and cliques. It named them. Groups pose a threat to the general public. Deputies hoping to prove themselves worthy of gang membership routinely seek out violent encounters with the public, as well as the internal command and control structure of the LASD. The gangs undermine supervision, destroy public trust, are discriminatory, disruptive, and act contrary to professional policing.
Nah.
But hey, just a couple of bad
Do you think-
apples, right?
Do you think the police situation will ever fix itself in our lifetime?
No.
And you think what steps can we implement to make it so?
I mean,
The
I've
first
been-
would be to abolish the police.
feel like when
I've
you-
thought about
no,
one
no,
thing.
no.
I've thought about one thing. I've thought of like, what if like for regular like day-to-day shit like tickets and like small things like that of that same caliber, we have like robots or something, right?
No.
They're already
You just
automating.
remove
They're
the
already
funding from the
automating
police
that.
and separate it into
Michael, they're
different
already
social
automating
programs.
Literally,
That would be the easiest way to
if you
remove
go
some of the
to
power.
if you go to university, there's students giving out tickets, traffic tickets.
But those are still people. Like
no, but
like,
with the car, like they go with the car, they scan your license plate, and the ticket prints out, and they put on the ticket.
But,
I've never
but
seen
that can
that.
just be somebody like, oh, this person's speeding, and I'm
you-
gonna give you a ticket because I think you're speeding. It's talking about like an actual like something scanning, and like, oh, this person's
No,
above the
but
speed
everything's
limit,
being
you know?
automated. Remember, traffic
how
tickets.
are you going to automate a crime robot?
Yeah.
Like, how is it going to identify?
RoboCop.
like,
RoboCop,
if there's
just
a
make
like if
it
there's a, like if
totalitarian,
there's a
fuck.
car like busting a U-turn in a place or it's like going
But
over the speed
I
limit
think
or
it
like
will be. But if once cars become fully, there's like electric cars everywhere, right? It'd be easier to just shut them down with
or
like,
not even do that. Just make cars so they don't go over 80 miles or 90 miles an hour, dude. Like that's it.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. But then
It's like
you
this
had-
car's got
No,
220
but then you
miles
had
of
to
horsepower.
Then you
For
had to
what?
convince everyone to just get an electric car. Right now, that's posing a difficulty because everyone wants what the hell they want. They want.
Well, you
Like,
want
I want a 6-cylinder.
freedom, right?
Well, no, but also
Exactly.
car companies actively lobby to like make things friendly for like gas guzzling cars. Like, there's a reason why
Yeah.
in the recent years, in the last 20 years, you've seen trucks go from like these small kind of usable workhorses that
Tacoma
last
cars.
decades into like these monstrous like fucking child killers that like don't even fit a plank of wood in the back seat.
They,
Like,
they have the exact same size trunk as the cars did 20 years ago,
Or
but it's just
less.
the cabin. The cabin got humongous, and he was like, "No, you're never pulling anything in that
yeah,
thing,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
You're
yeah.
never."
It's a luxury. It's literally
Exactly.
a luxury. It's fucking pavement princess is spending like $150,000 with like a $2,000 like monthly car
Literally.
bill that they
But
fucking.
I-
it could get to a point where
I
everything's just
think-
automatic.
I think, like, obviously, massive cop reform, massive social reform, right? Like, you can cut the budget in half. They're spending fucking billions of dollars of LAPD alone, right?
you could it's like a fourth, dude. Like their budget is huge.
Because I was gonna say they don't need like the fucking armored tanks and whatnot, you know, all this bullshit
Yeah,
they
yeah,
have. But I was gonna say the main thing I would think is education, where you require a 4-year degree, like most other civilized countries do, where they need a formal education in criminal justice,
something
psychology,
that
etc.
something that
You know?
Edward said a while back, and I also agreed to even before he said it. Is like maybe what if they require a certain law certain levels of education, like taking law. You have to take law for a certain
Well,
amount of
that's
time,
why
and then
that would
you can be a cop.
in those university courses.
And then if they're like, well, no one's gonna be a cop, how about you? If they do that, they can be paid a little more because now they have
No,
more
but they're already
they get
paid.
paid a
They
shit
get, they
ton
get
of
paid a
shit.
lot, dude.
Their starting pay is like 80.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
And that's
nuts.
you still training.
Well, 77, I think. 70 or 77.
but like training, like
Yeah.
boot camp training. Like you're not even out there yet.
I think what's the training? It's like
I'm gonna be a cop.
6 months?
it's like 6 months, something like that.
It's like
yeah.
half a year, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
a
Like-
cop real quick.
with like mandatory ethics.
Yeah, if you don't
courses,
have a
things
record,
like that,
why
you
not?
know?
Yeah.
What kind of record? Like any record? Like you?
No, like an actual like a Mr.
I
Criminal
got a
record?
speeding record.
No,
I'm
like
the
you-
fastest car in the world.
Unless
like-
you have like a federal offense, I think you can
Yeah.
still become a cop.
You can still
Yeah,
become a
as
cop.
long as you're not a
Yeah.
felon.
But if you get
Yeah.
DUI,
Are you
I
a
don't think
felon?
so.
I'm not a felon yet.
No.
Yeah,
Even
don't
then,
say
I'm
yeah.
pretty sure
I was
like there's
thinking about
special
it.
exemptions where you can still become a cop.
I'm thinking about it because
Fuck no, dude. Being
I'm
a
poor.
cop is the worst thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
it's
it's literally.
But then what if
horrible.
I'm just like, I'm a cop and I can do what I want now, and all my homies are cool. Like you just call me, it's like, nah, he's cool. He's with me.
Except that's when you get jumped into the gang that's inside the
Yeah.
LAPD, and then it's like, you gonna play around or you gonna
Exactly.
Tell or
Are you
whatever.
with-
and,
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna be like those. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna take the system down from the inside.
And then you just shot in the back of the head
Yeah,
twice,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, oh well, rest. Another,
He
his
died
gun
in-
went off and
Well,
No,
don't
I
forget,
just-
for me,
whatever.
look how I look. Look how I look. They pulled me over with like 7 different fucking police officers surrounding my vehicle.
bruh.
Like,
you do look like you
Come on.
you sell drugs, Edward.
I look like I sell drugs.
You look
You look like
like
you're tweaking
Look at this
sometimes.
sweater.
You know?
take a shower. No, I'm just
You know?
kidding.
I left $100
You
bill in
look
your
like
shower
you
last
look like
week,
you
still
traffic
haven't
humans,
gotten it.
Edward.
You look
I'm
like
a
you do
human
shrooms.
trafficker. Dude, I feel like I do look sometimes like the stereotypical like plot twist villain.
Yeah, you do.
That like it's like, oh yeah, this cartel was doing all this, and it was just this like skinny white guy in the back. Like,
You're the one doing the books.
Terrible.
Yeah. You're the one doing the books.
He's
That's
the,
why they pulled you over,
He's
dude.
the
Yeah.
mastermind behind it all.
I don't
Jeffrey
get.
Dahmer glasses probably don't help either. So
I
Dude,
could've-
legit.
I
forgot
picked
about-
these because these
I
did.
forgot
I
he
was
got
like,
pulled
these
over
don't
for
look
that
like the
speeding
Jeffrey
ticket.
Dahmer glasses anymore. They
I
don't have
totally
that
forgot.
extra bridge
Fuck
line. They
that
don't look like the
motherfucker, dude.
aviators.
He
Like-
didn't say. He didn't even look at anyone else. He just looked straight at Edward. What are you? He's like,
What are you?
yeah, because you like. I thought he'd been even more anal because there were like a bunch of.
I knew from the
beaners
moment he
in
got off the
in
bike and I
van.
saw him walking, I was like, this guy's a prick. This
Yeah.
guy's a bitch. He's looking to make
First
someone's day,
quarter.
man.
Oh, with the van when I got pulled over in the van.
Dude, I totally
Yeah.
forgot about that. I almost
you
forgot.
contested it?
Yeah, I could. I hired a lawyer. It was like $300,
Oh.
and
Wait, how much was the ticket?
600 something.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was like half of that.
What
So,
about the
like-
public defendant? What happened to that? God bless
If you
America.
don't, if you can't, what? How, okay,
No,
remember,
dude, Florida's fucking insane. How do you call it? They're public defenders. You have to pay for them. Because they're like they argue like, oh yeah, the Constitution guarantees you a right to a lawyer, but it doesn't guarantee you a right to a free lawyer.
A free lawyer.
Like fucking retarded, dude. It's like, oh yeah, dick.
So is,
like
that
they,
state, is that state law or federal law? Because
it doesn't matter if you're in
Florida?
Florida,
Florida.
you need
It's
to
a
pay for
state
your
law,
public
yeah.
defendant.
in LA they'll give you.
I think it's Florida. Fuck, I might be fucking.
I mean, if
doing
they're
misinfo
available.
right now.
I believe it. They also took away. They made it so that companies get to decide if you get rest breaks or not in the heat. Because they're like, we should regulate it so that employers can really decide. And it's like, employers are going to decide that we don't get anything. What the fuck? Are you crazy? But hey, that's
but
Florida
they
for you.
know. There are people that know what's bad, but they choose to make it worse
Yeah. So
deliberately. They do it on purpose.
Yeah.
fucked up.
Like even for like good social programs and stuff, as long as
Why is
people are
everyone
like
leaving Florida?
even mildly conservative, they're gonna try to twist it towards a conservative end, and that eventually will lead to open corruption.
Yeah, but I'm just glad all the
Well, not open, but like you know what I mean.
all the fruit labor fucked off after all those immigration laws and stuff like that. So
I like that's what I like about Fallout. Fallout is literally what happens when everyone literally kills each other scenario.
I like that.
No, no.
I like everyone murdering each other. You know.
No, but that's what I'm
Glass
saying. Like it will
everything.
show people the extremism, right?
Show humans
The,
who we
we're
really are.
literally the worst case scenario possible, and how literally things are too fucked up to be like. It shows the realistic, like how COVID made us realize that mental health is important. Same thing with Fallout is gonna show us how society is pretty fucked up.
I feel
I
like
already know society's pretty fucked up. I guess it's for the people that don't fucking know.
exactly.
I feel like
That's what-
Fallout
that was what I
is just
said.
describing what happens. Like this is what I think about a lot of media. There a lot of media, especially that have like explicitly political messages, like Fallout. I think they're just thinking essentially. They're just okay. What is the logical conclusion of what we have right now. What is the where can I see this logically going to? Like, what dominoes are going to fall for it to end up like this?
Or Pizza
And-
Huts.
Huh?
Or Pizza Huts.
Or Pizza Huts. That's true.
You know, every time you see a place that has like a little Pizza Hut shape, and you're like, that used to be a Pizza Hut. Continue.
The 99 stores. The 99.
Oh, yeah, 99
99
Cent
cent
store's
store's
gone.
gone, dude.
God.
We were talking about that the last
Last week.
podcast.
Oh.
They're making
Yeah.
the poor.
No,
Where
no,
are they
no.
gonna get their
No, no,
shit?
no.
They take advantage of people with shitty serving sizes, and it ends up costing people more because they can't afford to buy in bulk in the first
Exactly.
place. So they just buy a little bit here, but then they're spending a lot more in the long term.
There's a correlation between those types of stores appearing in a neighborhood and then the average what's it called, lifestyle, or the average
Lifespan,
no,
quality
not
of
lifespan,
life.
the average quality of life going down after those businesses show up. Like they're just like Walmart. They bleed the areas dry.
Yeah, Walmart comes in, destroys all the small businesses.
I see a bunch.
and
I saw recently with all the videos that they've been showing of the 99 going out of business. There's also been videos of like people just looting them, and people just like going in and like there was a video of like a lady going in with like a
shopping cart.
shopping cart, and she was just filling it up with bullshit, and then she left. Like 2 minutes later, she comes back in. She did it like 3 fucking times, dude. And then the comments are just filled with like, well, it's always this kind of people, you know.
Yeah,
we know
fucking-
we know it's always these people.
The dog whistles.
Yeah, the fucking dog whistles there.
And I'm like, where do the people get this? Like, oh, black people are the ones that always steal. Like, are they the ones that steal the most? I'm trying to look that up right now.
It's
Let me see. The 99.
unfortunately, statistically, they'll say statistically yes,
but only because of the way that
Exactly.
you
Present
overpolice
data.
those areas.
exactly
Yeah.
that, and then it's,
Statistically speaking, 100% of people who have drank water die.
Yeah.
Okay? Therefore,
Exact-
water is bad.
no, but that's another factor is it's only the white cops reporting it. They manipulate the data.
That's not true because black cops also do that too. Because
Yeah,
once
but-
it's remember it's the same
Uncle
thing.
Tom's.
They don't see themselves as like a thing. They're like, I'm now a cop. I'm not black. I'm not white. I'm a cop.
And I also think that Mexicans don't steal as much, and it's because of like the Mexico where they're from. It's because it's like everyone's like it's like a small business, right? It's like you
And
steal
everyone
from
knows
them.
each other.
They steal from them. You're stealing from la señora de la esquina. You know, they think that
It's
that's
like your tia or something.
and they think that's
Yeah.
the same equivalence as stealing from like Walmart, and they can't tell the difference between the no stealing is stealing. You stealing is bad.
Yeah.
It's like no, it's like there's
No sé. Who's that? Alexi, dude. It's like que no seas un ratero and things
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, it's
yeah.
like
I get that.
Well, also there's there's value in not stealing, but there's value in stealing from Walmart. Yeah.
Is
I
there
did-
though? Because then you just add more lead time to the people who already don't have enough time in the first place in getting their like day-to-day essentials and things like that. You know, because then it's like okay,
But
Then
here's the
Walmart
thing- but
shouldn't
here's
have
the-
appeared and bled the area
But here's
dry.
the thing, like these
Like-
fucking supermarkets and shit. Also, like, do you see how much like produce and like bullshit they throw into their dumpsters
Yeah.
because people don't buy it? Also,
They will
Yeah.
artificially create scarcity and then blame the people stealing it. Remember, like how a little while ago in our group chat we were all like, "Oh yeah, look, there's like crime rate going up. There's like a lot of like people stealing and doing
Toilet
like that."
paper?
And then literally like 3 months later, something like that, all the reports came out that all that was just the fucking owners lying and shit. And it was just like they were making a mountain out of a molehill in order
Like toilet
to
paper?
justify the increases in their prices.
It's a bit of
Like-
everything, dude. And also, people are just desperate to make quick money, dude. And they do
Yeah.
anything, right? They're
I'm on that hustle. I'm on that
reselling
grind,
the
dude.
shoes, dude. No one's buying shoes.
buying
shit.
cake at Costco and
Hey.
selling them for like $5 a piece.
At
Yeah.
Sam's Club, dude, in Mexico, they did that. They would go and buy out all the cakes, and then they sell those slices, and it's like, what the fuck? That's the worst.
Pastelitos
They
de
do,
mi
they do that.
abuelita.
They
The
do
worst
that
thing ever.
for like Little Caesars in Mexico City. Like there'll be a tianguis,
Yeah.
right? And then
Buy
someone will buy like 10 boxes of pizza and sell them
sell
per
slices.
slice in the tianguis.
Yeah.
And
But I
then-
feel like that's also at least the convenience part. 'Cause it's like, well, yeah, do you want to go buy a mango or do you want to cut up mango that this guy's walking around selling?
Yeah.
You know, so
Like
but-
you
but-
pay more for the mango that you get on the street than you do for going to go to the grocery store to buy it. But if
Exactly.
I'm
it's a
on the
problem, but
405,
it's a problem when a lot of people does it.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Just
I
like
guess.
just like shoes.
Yeah, you never open up a fruit stand, guys.
Yeah.
Especially not without a plan.
No,
So,
do not open a fruit stand. That's so much. That's so much fucking work.
yeah.
of course, a lot of work, dude.
Yes, Michael, it was a lot of work. Don't
You opened up a fruit stand?
No, we tried to.
When?
He blanked that out, dude.
Yeah, you were
Oh,
repressed
that
memory.
was, that's fruit juice, right? That's this.
No, but we wanted to start with something simple.
Like fruit.
To
I think
work
that would have
up-
been. I think that would have been easier. The fruit
No.
itself than the
Cut
fucking.
up fruit.
Because then we wouldn't have to prepare anything. We just take the fucking fruit and then cut it ourselves when we get
No,
there.
'cause
Yeah,
we
it's
still-
easier to make the fruit delicious, but it's still difficult. It's still a lot
It's
of
still
work.
difficult. The ice
You gotta
cart,
get up at 5 in
towing the ice
morning.
cart,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Gotta go
Doing
Like,
all
you
that
ever
stuff.
speak to any of the
Remember,
people
But now,
that
we,
actually
but now
do
we
that?
wouldn't have to juice.
Like,
in
they're
the
on
morning,
that
right?
shit
We just take
basically
the fruit,
24/7.
Put in the thing and
No,
then cut it
dude,
there.
watch
16-hour work days.
Watch,
dude.
Yeah.
watch the videos. The people who do the hustle spent their whole fucking day working on it.
Yeah.
Because they're up at 4 in the morning to
Exact-
get to downtown by 5 to get to the fruit section where like the wholesale fruit people are, and they go buy their produce. Then they got to cut it up, and then they station out for the day.
And if
they're
they don't
out
sell enough in that part, they'll have to hustle until the rest.
another one.
Like just
until the
like,
different, and they do
all
it
of
to different
daylight.
locations.
like the
16-hour
eloteros
days.
that pass by right here with the little churro wheels and the raspados. Like you talk to them, some of them are like, yeah, dude, we walk miles and miles and miles and miles every day.
They get their steps
Fucking
in.
yeah.
They should use Sweatcoin.
Honestly,
Use code
Sweat
BROKE for
coin.
Sweatcoin. No, we're not sponsored.
no, not yet.
But
really?
But yeah,
you're gonna get money for working out.
well, you get money for walking around with it, but it's like
And you can trade it in for
it's
like
not real
$5
money.
in
It's
like
dog
200
shit.
billion
Yeah,
years.
it's dog shit. I'll be honest.
Oh.
I've had it for like the last few years. I've never gotten anything, and I have like 200 sweat coins. Because the thing is, too, you got to subscribe if you want to get premium, and then
Oh,
you'll get
it's a pyramid
more.
scheme.
If they're
more
giving you
coins.
money, they're a business, right? Like
They're not
where
giving
are
you
they
money,
making
though.
money? Yeah.
They're selling you like coupons to places. Like it's literal dog shit.
Where do they get those coupons
Or
from?
you can
Yeah.
bid on an Amazon gift card, or you can bid on like a PS5. But by the time, like, some people will bid like 20,000 coins, and I'm like, dude, I've only made like 300 my entire lifetime. This is the dumbest shit ever. So
Always ask like, where are they realistically making their profit from? Like someone made this, invested money to create, design the
ads
app.
and everything,
Where
the
are they gonna pay for
information they're
that?
harvesting,
Yeah,
etc.
there's
Yeah,
always
yeah.
a sucker, dude. There's always a sucker.
Like
God damn it. Is that book?
it's unfortunate.
Is that book to fight?
That's
It's unfortunate. How did we fucking get on police? What the fuck were we even talking about, dude?
No, we're talking about the authoritarian.
Fallout.
Yeah.
That's what we were.
Yeah,
it's
Well,
all
there's been,
relevant.
Like 7,
It's all relevant.
We're
It's all
talking about
relevant.
grocery
We're talking about
stores now and
society.
Sweatcoin.
We live in a
Like,
society,
yeah,
guys.
We live in a society. Oh, that's it?
We're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. Now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday. Goodbye, my friends. We'll see you next week. And now I'ma go and beat my meat. And we're broke till Friday.